I did choice 2, the future of type 1 diabetes management. So let's start by talking about the biology of type 1 diabetes. A person develops type 1 diabetes when their body is no longer able to produce insulin. This happens because of an autoimmune response. The beta cells of the pancreas are attacked by the body's own immune system, and this makes it so the body cannot control blood sugar levels. When someone finds out they have diabetes, they have to figure out another way to give themselves insulin. The current technology available for helping diabetics manage their disease are blood glucose meters, continuous glucose monitors, and insulin pumps. Glucose meters allow diabetics to be aware of what their blood glucose level is at any given time. Their results have become about 99% accurate, and there are meters available that will wirelessly communicate with insulin pumps. On any given day, a diabetic will check their blood glucose about 5 times. Usually it's when they wake up, before every meal, and before going to sleep. This can change depending on their activity level, or if they're sick, they have to check it a lot more often. Insulin pumps. Insulin pumps are the closest things currently available to mimicking a pancreas. Insulin pumps provide a constant flow of insulin, and this is called a basal rate. This action simulates an actual pancreas by always giving the person insulin. And when a type 1 diabetic knows they're going to be eating, they have to give themselves a bolus, which is basically just a large amount of insulin. So before they eat, a diabetic has to know how many carbohydrates are in whatever they are eating. So they can put it, if you're using an insulin pump, you plug this number into your pump, and it will calculate the dose for you, much like this example. Continuous glucose monitors are another really cool piece of technology that has become available pretty recently. It's a small device that is worn with an insulin pump. It's pretty small. It's about 2 inches, and it takes blood sugar readings continuously every day. They're about 93% accurate, so not quite as accurate as blood glucose meters, and I know when you wear this, you also still have to check your blood sugar with a meter. But this allows you to be constantly aware of what your blood sugar is and how it's fluctuating and what it's doing. And so it's really cool, and it allows diabetics to take a closer look at how their body reacts to different activities. Everyday diabetes management is being improved. There's a lot of research going into it, and things currently being researched are glucose responsive insulin, the artificial pancreas project, and insulin cell transplants. Glucose responsive insulin is an insulin that would be injected once daily by a diabetic, and the idea is that it wouldn't become active until the glucose levels in the blood rose above normal. So you would estimate how much you would use in a day and just inject it, and if after you ate breakfast, it would just automatically become active and adjust your glucose levels. The Juvenile Diabetes Research Foundation is currently having a challenge for this research, and the initial prize is $100,000 for anyone who can come up with like a baseline product that can be tested and improved. And then after that, they will fund the research for trials and testing and improvements. The Artificial Pancreas Project is a 6-step project that ultimately will lead to a fully automated closed loop working much exactly like a functioning pancreas. They are currently on step 3. They have created the continuous glucose monitor, which I talked about earlier, but it's not 100% reliable yet. The idea is that using that monitor, diabetics would not have to check their blood sugar and would be able to eat freely, and the artificial pancreas would adjust and dose insulin based on blood glucose levels without you having to check your blood sugar or worry about it. Another product being researched is islet cell transplants. So in a healthy individual, there's clusters of islet cells present in the pancreas. In type 1 diabetics, the beta cells, which is a type of islet cell, no longer can function. So the transplanted islet cells are able to help the person produce insulin again. But currently, when these transplants are done in a person with diabetes, they still have the autoimmune response that destroys the cells, and then you're kind of back where you started. So the goal is to complete the transplants and find a way to prevent this autoimmune response from occurring. And this could be with either, using immunosuppressants or creating a whole new drug, but no one has really found a solution to this problem. So I guess in conclusion, it's, there's a lot of technology currently available for diabetics, but it's still hard to control and manage. So reading about this research is really cool because it gives you a perspective into how much work diabetes is and how it's being improved, and how technology is being used to improve the management of this disease. And so this is my Works Cited page, and